The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Oh my God, I don't know if you guys know this, right? But over the weekend, the Matildas...
Who are they?
They're an Australian women's football team. Right. Now we're saying football instead of soccer because we're a football nation. So they had a win.
Oh, that's lucky because I'm wearing their shirt today. Otherwise, it's just
Did you not know? They had a win.
What are the chances?
It was a penalty shootout against France.
Oh, Nathan,
right?
this is breaking news.
I know, it's unbelievable stuff, and it was the 10th go.
Yes, the longest ever. The longest
Australia.
ever penalty shootout.
Who was the one who put the ball in the back of the
Her name
net?
is Courtney Vine. This was the moment, in case you didn't see it.
And it's Courtney Vine, the Sydney FC flyer. From the spot, she sends Australia through.
And guys, what happened then, right?
Yeah.
Is Australia went berserk.
It's true.
Australia went berserk. There is a great footage showing the moment of the goal around the country at different places. And it's just the whole country at that one time.
It's universal, isn't it?
Came together, and I'm really, really excited to say that I was part of it.
Yeah, and because of the build-up of tension for so long, it was an utter relief and
amazing.
Jubilation at that moment. It was amazing.
And no doubt about it. So Channel 7 put out their ratings. There's 7.2 million people it reached, they're saying. 4.17 million average audience, which is number one. The TV ratings for sports program in the past decade, it was number one.
Yes.
Took over... Kathy Freeman. Just under Kathy Freeman.
Yeah, so Kathy
which
Freeman
is the 8
maintained
million.
the title.
And number
That was
one
23
streaming
years
event
ago.
in Australian history.
Yes.
In history.
I know, Sean.
Because streaming wasn't around when Kathy Freeman ran.
I think it's a true indication that if I was watching something,
You've either...
then it must have been either I've been kidnapped,
or you've lost your remote control.
Yes.
That's the only explanation.
or it's something really huge. And I just thought it was something, that you had to be part of because you're Australian. It's the Matildas, and it's
and they
an
have
amazing
absolutely captured
possibility.
the imagination of the nation. And it was a Saturday, so everybody was watching it.
But we did see that flight, and this happened the last time that there was a huge game.
So this is an Emirates flight?
Yep. So on the screens is everybody watching the Matildas except for one person. This is really great, though. Everyone, of course, has got their headphones on, so it's quiet. And then when the winning goal happens, the celebration, the flight attendant crapped her pants. Yes. So this is what happened. Unbelievable stuff. Everyone was watching the Matildas except for one person, and they were watching...
You shall not pass!
Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
Shall not pass.
And that poor
It's so
person
funny.
now is made worldwide news.
But all we've seen is the back of their head.
That's
We
all
don't know
we've
who it
seen.
is. So,
And this is the thing. A lot of people out there, well, no, not a lot. Well, I don't know the numbers. There are some people that just aren't into sport. I'm one of them, but yet I watch this. But there must be people that are worse than me.
Well, we just saw the reach is 7 point whatever million. There's 25 million Australians.
That's right.
But we think that everyone would have watched it. Our colleague Priya has just joined us.
Yep.
What was she doing?
she was making an IKEA stand thing to put plants on.
And the worst thing is, then she went over to her grandparents' house to borrow a tool, and they were watching the Matildas, and she made them stop watching the Matildas so they could give her a screwdriver so she could go back and not watch the Matildas and put together something from IKEA.
So anyway, we fired her.
Yeah, because Priya's not into sport at all. But for me, the AFL Grand Final day is just a wonderful holiday here in Perth. But you wouldn't know, and neither would you, Natalie. Out on the streets, traffic's amazing. When you go to the shops, you can get around.
I know a lot of people go to the Royal Show because it's quieter because everybody, especially if one of the WA teams are involved, that's the time to go. I imagine it's a pretty good day to go to Bunnings.
I would imagine so, but I'm the opposite, obviously, with that kind of thing. Or the Matildas, everything is built around that. Everything.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, we want to talk about the people that aren't into sport, right? So if you've got a memory of a huge sporting day that you were particularly severely not involved with, but everyone else was, I'd love to hear from you. But especially just over the weekend. If you didn't watch the Matildas game, and this is only if you're not into sport, not if you're busy.
What were you doing?
What were you doing instead of watching this historic sporting moment? We're going to give somebody a chance to be in their historic sporting moment. $200 cash, plus them and a running buddy have free entry into the City to Surf.
Oh, nice.
Good one.
Yeah, it's on August 27. Don't miss the Chevron City to Surf for Active on Sunday, August 27. You can register now at perthcitytosurf.com.
All right. What were you doing instead of watching that massive sporting event?
Yeah. And sporty people, what do you do when sporting things are on, when you're not sporting with other sporties?
Well, Tamara, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hey,
Hi, Tamara.
What were you doing instead of watching the Matildas?
I didn't even know it was on because I'm an AFL freak, but in the morning my two daughters and I went to Cat Haven to adopt a rescue cat because we saw they were overloaded and we were playing with the cat all afternoon and evening.
Well, but being in the sporting world, you just mentioned the AFL, because Fremantle were playing and Eagles in that derby, surely you would have seen some Matildas.
You had no inkling the Matildas was on?
No.
It's like when
No, I
boys
would've
are trying to
watched-
find
yeah.
their car keys and they can't see them, and then the girl walks in and says, oh, there they
They're
are.
there,
And
yeah.
some people are just blind to other sports.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I've never watched a soccer game or cricket game in my life, or rugby. I'm AFL all the way.
Wow.
I know, but like this is an opportunity to jump on a bandwagon like the rest of us are.
Tamara's busy. Tamara's busy. Yeah, and then jump off as soon as they lose. Watch the bodies off the bandwagon fall off. Tamara, what cat did you get?
She's just a short-haired domestic cat, but my daughter's named her Nezuko after an anime show or something. But
No.
she's 1 year old and she's adorable.
She needed to have been named. If you picked her up on that day, her name has to be Matilda. It really does, doesn't it?
Or Courtney.
Or Courtney.
Thanks, Tara.
I didn't even know it was on.
Mandy's in Bibra Lake. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
Hi,
Mandy.
Are you going to tell us that you didn't know it was on either?
Well, I know they're playing, but I didn't know what time the game or when it was on. So, and then I saw in the paper yesterday that they won. So then,
You found out in the by reading the paper.
Yeah, when I was at
that they'd
IGA, I was at the checkout and I saw the back page. And I was like, oh, they won.
That's the
Well,
first you heard of it.
And Mandy, I'm going to speak on behalf of the IGA right now. Did you give them 10 cents for that read? I know you didn't take the paper, but you got some information from it.
So what were you doing,
definitely not.
Mandy?
Oh, I don't know. What time was the game?
Oh, my God.
I love
Well,
you,
the game
Mandy.
kicked off at just 3 o'clock, actually.
Yes, and then it went to what about?
Yeah.
They went to just after 6.
Oh, 3 o'clock. I would have been waking up from a nap because I went down and had a nap at 1 o'clock and then I was crocheting.
Mandy, Mandy, how old are you, Mandy?
Oh, do I have to say? 51.
50.
Crochet.
No,
that's
you're too young to be crocheting,
Yes, you
sweetheart.
are.
Yeah, you
way
are.
too young. Oh, Mandy, amazing.
Mandy, is this for all sports?
Out of me today. Hey,
Is this
I go for Essendon in the football.
Okay, so
Okay,
you watch
okay.
footy.
And the AFL.
Yeah, you watch
Yeah.
footy.
Yeah, in the Essendon. Yeah, but I don't watch it very often. But it's sort of, special games to do, like Anzac Day and stuff.
You're across the
Yeah.
results and things at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mandy?
My husband's Collingwood, so
Amazing.
yeah.
We
there you go.
want you to crochet us something, please. Thank you.
Oh yeah, definitely. What would you like? Cat beanie hat or?
To be honest, let's go with the first thing, a cat beanie hat. Yes. That's
four cats,
that's
so, yeah.
exactly what we want is a cat beanie hat. Thank you.
How did you know? You know
Mandy.
Nathan Soul.
Oh, we're going to go to
How did she guess?
Amber and Tiara Waters now. Hi, Amber.
Hello, how you going?
Oh, yeah,
Amber. Now, it was a big match, or so we thought. We were fully invested. What were you doing while the Matildas were playing?
I was high pressure in the backyard.
High pressure cleaning, what,
Why?
the pavers or
High
something?
pressure cleaning.
Why were you
I
doing
was
that?
actually watching. I haven't. I'm the worst lesbian ever. I have no interest in sport.
Really? But they're your people.
Bad lesbian.
I know, but I feel like I got a little bit of points doing the high pressuring.
Yeah, I mean, that is true.
You're right.
that's
You're
always
right.
good,
You're
but-
right. You better have been wearing a tool belt.
I did sit in the hammock and record my wife and her reactions to the soccer.
Okay, she was
so
doing
she
that.
was invested.
She was in there and trying to relay the information to me, and my face was, she goes, I don't know why I'm bothering.
Can I just say something firstly as well? A hammock. I like that. I like the sound of your
Really
life.
comfy,
You
yeah.
just lying in the backyard after your high pressure hosed all the blood off there. I don't know what happened with
I
that.
was getting my son to do it at the same time. I was teaching him to do it as well.
So it was a training
It's just
exercise.
nice. And just lying back and looking at your beautiful wife while lying on a hammock. Sean, that's life.
Yep.
Probably
Watching
having a
my son
coconut
ride
drink
a
of some
Can I
sort.
tell you, the lesbians have cracked the code. They know life.
Amber, that's beautiful. But you do have to hand your lesbian card back.
You
obviously.
do.
We're not
You
watching
do.
the
Terrible.
Matildas. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right. We want to hear from more people who did not watch the Matildas. Like, we cannot fathom what was so
Yeah.
important
Yeah.
that you wouldn't cast
Yeah.
your eye over that sporting phenomenon. Scott was also not watching the Matildas on Saturday.
No.
You worked and then you did what?
ripped a bench top off, but I think
that's not a euphemism,
I would have
everybody.
gone to the Subi, actually. That's where some of my friends went.
But you didn't.
But you did.
I had to work, so that's...
It's a busy time being Scott Cunningham.
I haven't watched any of the games, to be fair.
Oh, I haven't even watched the ones with Matildas.
Get out.
You're not tuning into Chile and China when they were up and about.
No. We are talking about what people did instead of watching the Matildas game. Melanie's in Marangaroo. Hi, Mel.
Morning, guys.
Hi, Melanie.
Now, what were you doing on Saturday?
I got married.
Oh no. So I guess it was organised quite a while ago, and then all of a sudden you realised the Matildas were happening at the same time. Did you have to make concessions? What did you do?
So we got married at 1 o'clock and our reception started at 3. But our reception we had back at our house because we have a big room.
Yes.
And I'm not a stuffy bride, so I opened up my house and put the game on in the family room and let people watch the game while I continued to party. And, we held off cutting the cake until the game was over, which I knew when that was because everyone screamed.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? There's another woman's name to be thrown around at your wedding so much. Matilda,
Yes,
Matilda.
exactly.
And everyone cares about her more. How many people peeled off and watched the game, percentage-wise?
So I think 30 went into the other room to watch the game.
Yep.
Standing room only.
Pretty much. And I think there was about 15 of us left in the other room drinking.
Hey, Melanie, we got a message on Instagram from Glenn. He's a celebrant, and he said as soon as the ceremony was over, everybody pulled out their phones and were watching while the couple went outside to get a couple of sunset photos. They thought everyone was cheering for them on their return. However, it was because Vine just smashed through the winner. So they were like, "Thank you so much," and everyone, wow, they're really happy.
The wedding's locked in.
And poor Mel, she easily it could have been over after 90 minutes, but then when it went to extra time and then penalties, like they're really dragging this out. Amazing. Thanks, Mel. Matt's in Mullaloo. Hello.
Hey guys, how you going?
Hey, good, Matt.
What were you doing instead of watching the Matildas?
I ended up going fishing with some of the boys. Yeah, so there was a group chat, and one of the guys was like, "Oh, you guys want to go fishing?" And then three of us were like, "Yeah, we'll go." And then one of them was like, "Nah, you guys want to come over and watch Matildas instead?" And went, "Nah, I'll go fishing."
So you just went fishing?
Do you regret it now, knowing what an epic match it was?
No, not really.
No. Have you jumped on the bandwagon at all during this World Cup, Matt?
Not really. I'll find out from
media.
mates at work.
Yeah.
Like with AFL, the derby with Eagles versus Freos.
Yeah.
I'll just go to work and be like, "Hey, who won?" And they'll be like, Eagles or Freo.
So you're not invested at all?
You're not invested.
You don't watch anything really, do you?
Not really. I don't have... Yeah, no, not really. I just find out through work who won, who lost.
You know what? I love you because the only way I find out things is from these two people in this room with me.
Did you catch any fish?
Did you catch any fish, Matt? Yeah.
I shot squid. Not a squid, cuttlefish.
Yeah.
Sorry. You were spear diving then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, spearing, yeah.
And you got a cuttlefish. Must have been a big one then.
Yeah, it was pretty big. It was one of the biggest I've gotten so far.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
What do you do with it, though?
Beautiful.
It's a cuttlefish.
Oh, yeah, they're gorgeous, but they taste really good. They're hard to cook. If you do it wrong, you kind of screw it.
Right. Yeah.
What else?
So that was it, just some cuttlefish?
So I got that, and then one of my mates ended up getting he had a go at what's the word
Are you
for
making
it?
this up?
No, you leave it
No, I just forgot the word with all the fish.
Aquarium.
Sucker. I forgot the name for it.
Oh my God, this is the best game ever.
Not a Jewy?
No, it wasn't a Jewy. No, we just went off the shore, so it wasn't that deep to get anything that big. Black heron? Black marin? Something like that. I can't remember what the name of the fish was.
We'll go with a black heron then.
Is that a thing?
Call that one.
No, I don't know.
That's not
I should know this stuff.
Give your prize away.
Not a fish called black heron, is there?
I'm now Googling it.
They got some weird
Black
names.
Adam, yes, that was The Rock.
No one liked that one, did they?
It
No,
wasn't very good.
Not well received. $200 cash plus you and a buddy, running buddy, should I say, have free entry into City to Surf on August 27th. See, this has been up for grabs. Don't miss the Chevron City to Surf active on Sunday, August the 27th. Register now at percitytosurf.com. We spoke to Mandy earlier on who was crocheting, and I just think, are you serious? Is what I thought straight
I was
away.
going to crochet some cat hats.
So that's coming your way, Mandy.
In exchange, but we're not giving it to you till we get the cat
Until
hat.
we get 3 crochet
So
cat
we're just
hats.
trying to work out what Matt's fish might
Apparently,
be.
a black Aaron is a thing.
That's Black Aaron,
Yeah.
guys. Black Aaron.
There you go.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Harry's really doing extra
Harry, what's
research
going on?
into how many slices of bread in a loaf.
You can't trust Google. There are too many answers out there.
There are.
I think we need to land somewhere around 18 to be conservative.
Look, if anyone this morning has a fresh loaf of bread,
Can you count
and
the
can you
slices
just
for
do us
us?
a favour, count the slices, let us know what it is, if it's thick or if it's sandwich. Let us know, if it's tip top or if it's Abbott's.
So
Yeah,
many
that's
factors.
important. That's important.
So many factors, but we really need to do this so we can move on as a show. Otherwise, this is where we're stuck.
The greatest issue facing our people. You can't accuse us of not asking the big questions around here. We have asked the question, how many slices in a loaf of bread?
Now, this show, sometimes things pop up and we get bogged, and we are bogged with
We can't
this.
move.
We
We are.
need to get an answer. Nick's in Kelmscott. Hi, Nick.
Morning, guys. How you going?
Great,
Field
Nick.
reporter, Nick.
So,
Yeah.
Nick, you have
You're
a
all
brand...
bloody hilarious.
Have you thought about this, though, Nick, before?
I'm 30 years hospitality experience, so I kind of get this. So at the moment, I'm running a football canteen on a Sunday.
Oh, you are
I buy-
perfectly qualified.
Yeah, I buy the same bread every week. So I buy the Myers 800-gram toast.
Yes.
Which is the one I buy all the time. We have toast, so we get 10 rounds of sandwiches, which is 20 pieces of bread. We don't use the crust.
Plus crusts, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't use the crust,
Can
Nathan.
I
So that's
just
a
say-
toast thickness, yeah.
Yeah, so a sandwich
Yeah.
thickness, I'm thinking there would be possibly 22 without crust,
Yeah.
an extra
Yeah.
2 slices possibly.
2
Yeah.
or 4, maybe,
four.
yeah.
This is
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
This is
Some people are a little bit sneaky and
course.
turn the crust inside out
Yes.
and put the crust on the inside,
can't do
which
that.
I never do.
I would
No,
take
yeah.
that toasted sandwich back.
Yes.
I
You're
don't
better than
sell
that,
anything
Nick.
I wouldn't eat.
No,
so
no,
there you
no.
go.
You know what? That's
Nick, you're a
bloody,
champion.
that's bloody good of you to take your time to get this show moving forward, because we
All
wouldn't
right.
have
Well,
moved
I
on
look
from
forward
this.
to the next song
Hey.
or the next conversation. All right, guys?
Hey.
Hey, don't go anywhere.
Hey, you're a good girl. That's why you're getting $150 to spend at Autobar Mechanical.
What?
Yes.
I know.
Because you're a
Oh my
good
God.
girl.
Right.
You
I'm
rang.
just so excited to get through.
Mate,
You can never
I'm-
get through.
I'm so excited that you rang, or else we would have never
We
moved
would never
on.
be able to get past this.
Autobahn Mechanical putting the service back into service centres. You can Google Autobahn today.
Oh, awesome. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank
Have an
you,
awesome day.
Nick. Thank you.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hello.
It's 24
We're just
by
talking
6.
about
fruit
That
trees,
is
actually.
Amazing
legit fruit trees.
So we're talking about how it would suck if you had a tree in your backyard that no one wanted anything from. I used to rent a house and we had a kumquat tree and no one ever came knocking on your door for kumquats.
You can dehydrate kumquats, and they're a lovely garnish in a gin
I know,
and
but who's
tonic
gonna go
bag.
that late?
I was at uni.
Who's
We
gonna go
weren't
that
garnishing things. You'd garnish a goon bag.
That's it.
So what do you have? Do you have you would have a fruit tree, wouldn't you?
That's quite an attack.
You would?
Yes, I've got 2 orange trees. I've got a
you go.
yuzu tree,
Oh, okay.
which is a Japanese
Does the orange
lime.
tree actually
Heaps.
produce?
Heaps. I had to give them all away. And
None came in here.
And
None came in here.
they're at the front, and so people just pick them as they walk past, and I don't care, I don't mind.
Yeah.
And I've got a finger lime, which has
Of course you
produced
do.
a couple of finger
Every single
finger
lady
limes.
does.
And I've got blueberry bush.
Oh, you got a blueberry
Oh,
bush.
now you're interested.
Oh, Natalie.
Blueberries are quite expensive.
That's very 70s
when I buy
of you,
them for my
Natalie.
Christmas trifle. Oh, that's exciting. I was just
Yes.
talking about years ago we gave away these fruit trees and they were grafted together and there was like, so in the same tree was lemon and lime.
Yes.
Or you could get the stone fruit.
Yes, so you could get nectarines and peaches, for
Yeah.
example, all
Yeah.
together.
Or a Granny Smith and a pink lady together.
Yeah,
on
well,
a tree.
settle down,
Yeah.
settle down.
Or like a watermelon tree.
Anyway, for more fruit chat, stick around.
We're going to do a whole podcast on this later on. I'll get that one.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Okay, so we've been doing Sean's boot camp for the last couple of weeks, and we've been doing push-ups, and now today we've incorporated
Wall squats.
Wall
45-second wall sit. Yeah.
And Ross was doing
Now it's time.
Ross was doing amazing push-ups just then, and it was like he was
yes.
made out of helium.
Yeah, he's great.
It was
He
like
does
his
it well.
body's weighed nothing. But Ross, you don't do leg day much, do you?
They call me Casper. You know how he just kind of disappears halfway down.
You're like the genie that came out of the bottle, but only
It's
half
so
of
hard
you.
to build. So
Your
hard to
little
build.
legs were shaking like 10 seconds in.
Yeah, I'm genetically not great there.
That's all right.
All right, well, this week is going to be a long one for you. We've done that every half hour, so you owe us a few.
My wife says she wished she had my legs. I know that's hard.
That is.
I tell you what, and this is no. Can I tell you something? And this is a real lesson as well, because
Yes,
there's still some people stuck in the skinny jean world, right?
Right.
Which is fine, each to your own. But if you look down and think the outfit's just missing a set of heels, then you got to rethink it.
Yeah, it's not great.
No, or wear them.
Either
way.
Either or. But if you don't, if you don't identify
We
as
don't
a
judge.
heel wearer, then it's maybe time to change it.
What's wrong with skinny jeans?
There's nothing. No,
That's
I didn't
right.
say there was anything wrong with skinny jeans. Just stand back so we can all have a look. Yeah, you got beautiful legs.
Sam said to me before, he was like, oh, you need to, like, when you start wearing skinny jeans, that's when you got to start getting Botox.
Oh.
And I was like, what do you think my forehead's for?
Oh, it's just sometimes when like a lady comes up and goes, "Oh my God, you look better in those jeans than I do," then it's concerning. It's like Pricey, who works with us. Remember that time she came up? So I'm sitting there minding my own business in our studio, in our office, and Pricey comes up and she grabs me on the shoulder and then she starts feeling around my neck and she goes, "Oh," what did she say? "I'm so jealous of your bones." Because she could feel
nice
my collarbone. I'm so jealous of
Sound
your
like
bones.
a compliment, does it?
I'm like, yeah, I know.
Is that like your... Is it your...
But then again, that is why I wear boob tubes most days.
And rightly so.
Got to show off your
Rightly
assets.
so. I was over the road, Scott.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.